As you're probably aware if you're watching this video, applying to business school is an emotionally fraught experience. It's so easy to feel overwhelmed, to question if you're a strong enough applicant, and to believe everything you hear from anonymous posters on Reddit or other message boards, or even from well-meaning friends, colleagues, and current MBA students. But the problem with listening to all that external noise is that you can start to believe some myths, and that can actually increase your anxiety. So let me try to calm you down by discussing and hopefully debunking 4 of the biggest myths we're seeing in the admission space right now. Myth number 1. You must apply in round 1. Business schools typically accept applicants in 3 distinct rounds, and there's a deeply persistent myth that if you don't apply in round 1, your application will be devalued. I can say this in no stronger terms. It's just not true. While it's true that all the seats are open in round 1 and the admissions officers have fresh energy for the new admissions season, that doesn't mean that round 1 is the only round that matters. Business schools would not go through the effort of reviewing applications in later rounds if round 1 is the only important one. The schools know that there are many reasons for someone to apply in later rounds and do not view those applicants negatively. If you speak with any admissions officer from any school, they'll say that you should apply when you are the strongest applicant. Applying in round 1 as a weaker applicant is objectively worse than applying in round 2 as a stronger applicant. So maybe you're waiting for test scores or that promotion. Whatever it might be, there may actually be a reason for you to apply later. You need to make that choice. By now, I think you get my point that the first and second round are basically equal. There may be an argument for not applying to a certain school in the final or third round when the class is largely full, but again, there's no reason to avoid applying in round 2 if that is when you are your strongest applicant. Myth number 2, I must write about unique goals to stand out. When I hear this myth, I want to challenge the person saying it by asking, how do you know what all of the thousands of other applicants are writing about for their goals in order to make yours unique? And even if you could do that, even if you could make yours unique, would those goals even be relevant to you? Business schools do not want unique goals. They want your goals, ones that build on your past and show a vision for your future. They know that they are going to graduate many consultants in the future. They know that they're going to graduate people who go into finance. The question is not, how do you tell them you're doing something radically different? The question is, how do you make the story within your proposed career goals to be true and honest and something that they understand that you are motivated by? Myth number 3, 2 years of experience is enough work experience before applying, but 6 years is too much. The myth has some truth to it, but only partially. What matters more than the number of years of experience is the quality of the impact and leadership you've shown. Generally, we see 3 to 5 years as the sweet spot for experience. Ask yourself honestly if you've demonstrated initiative, increased your responsibilities, you have measurable results and clear progress towards your goals. If you have, you may be a strong applicant regardless of the numbers of years you've been working. Myth number 4, you must have community service on your resume. Don't get me wrong, it's awesome to have community involvement on your resume, and your application will benefit from a proven track record of strong organizational leadership beyond your workplace. Still, the top MBA programs are certainly letting people in with no community service, and just running out to volunteer a few hours per week to ensure that you have a line or 2 on your resume will be meaningless. Maybe we can recast this myth. Every successful applicant to top programs will have depth beyond their traditional work experience. They may draw on stories from their community life, their personal endeavors like publications, arts, or athletics. They may have leadership in workplace extras. Whatever it may be, strong applicants need depth, but a lack of community engagements isn't necessarily disqualifying. So, what do you think? Are there other myths that you've heard that you'd like us to debunk? Let us know in the comments, and don't miss the next video where we discuss, is an MBA even worth it?